I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine this. All of space, time, galaxy, different universes, different realities, different timelines. I want you to imagine for a brief moment what would happen in a complete instance, almost as if every single little thing that you knew and loved, even if it was so simple, partner, simply stopped existing. Just like that. Pretty scary, huh? Well, sometimes in order to overcome the darkness, you need to feed directly into the darkness. And in order to feed into the darkness, sometimes things have to be pitch, pitch black.
Huh? Oh, 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 man. Oh, that was terrifying. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oof. For a minute there, I thought oh, man. I thought well, traveled to, space completely void of light altogether and just basically turned into non-existence. Except that you kinda did, partner. In fact, you're not even supposed to be aware of that place at all to begin with. Well, then explain this to me like I'm five, because I'm not used to this whole multiverse shenanigan thing. One minute, I know I'm receiving a care package from Mountain Dew for the return of Pitch Black, and, well, next thing I know, I'm surrounded by Pitch Black! Alright, let me explain this to you as simple as possible. I am you. You are me. We are an infinite nexus and an infinite reality and infinite timelines of different Johns, aka different crashes. And in this concurrent timeline, for some reason, basically, when we received the care package for Pitch Black, it created kind of a temporal loop, if you will. And now the two of us are slowly having concurrent sequences within the same time frame in the exact same instance in the same timeline. So, what you're telling me, partner, is that because you and I received this box and this care package of Pitch Black at the exact same time in the exact same time frame in two different realities, we're both blending and merging with each other? Is that basically what I'm getting at? Yeah, pretty much for the most part. So, and that's why I've been sent here to basically investigate why this is happening and why the sequences are intertwining with each other. Basically, do your normal thing, right? Talk about Mountain Dew Pitch Black, talk about what you normally do, taste it, do the taste test, try the energy drink one too. Let them know if there's a difference, and then report back the data, and we'll use that to try and fix this strain, if you will, in the multiverse, if you will. Sounds good to me, partner. I'll happily do that for you. Let's hope this works. Hopefully. Well, that's a bit weird, I would say. I mean, I'm not I'm just a simple Mountain Dew fan who really likes the taste of that delicious nectar from the gods, but I'm not used to this whole different me's type of thing. I guess there's multiple me's that are still currently running around that for some reason or another, I guess they're not used to the whole alternate timeline multiverse thing. So, I mean, what do I know, right? I'm basically just a future version of Crash slash John, anyways. So I've been doing this for years now, so it only made sense that I get somehow pulled into some weird contingency loop. So, but welcome, partner. It's me. And we're here doing a Mountain Dew review. So, so sit back, relax. Welcome to a very, I guess, strange Mountain Dew taste test. So, um, so as y'all saw, I received a special care package from Mountain Dew themselves. So, the fine people at Mountain Dew have recently decided that after years and years of people asking, pleading, and begging and screaming for it in, I guess, my timeline, his timeline, and every timeline known to man, as y'all may or may not know, the epic triumphant return that Pitch Black should be coming back. And it's coming back. Has arrived. And they sent me a lovely, lovely, wonderful, amazing little care package. So, and look, we got to open this. As y'all may or may not know, the epic triumphant return of Pitch Black has arrived. And they sent me a lovely, lovely, wonderful, amazing little care package. So, and look, we got to open this box of amazing goodies. And not just that, but for people like me who can't normally indulge in the super sweet, super sugary taste of sodas as often, they were kind enough to actually send a little extra love to make sure they sent me some in zero sugar in 2 different varieties. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to taste test the epic return of Mountain Dew Pitch Black. But first, let's show off that box, shall we? Ooh, okay. Already I'm impressed with this. Take a look. That looks amazing. It looks really, really cool. I like the design of that. I like the whole space cosmic theme to it. I honestly, the art on this box is amazing. Look at that. That is amazing. Let me tell you. That is some cosmic, pretty looking stuff that I ever did see. And ooh, there's a card. 2 cards. Mountain Dew Pitch Black returns. You asked, begged, and demanded. At least in every timeline that I've seen. Well, we're finally delivering. The rumors are true. Mountain Dew Pitch Black is back. I like how that rhymed. That's right, the fan favorite flavor of Mountain Dew Pitch Black is soon to make a triumphant return in not 1, not 2, but 3 variants. 3 varieties. Although variants is, much nicer. In addition to Mountain Dew Pitch Black, the beloved flavor of Mountain Dew Pitch Black will also be available for the first time ever in Mountain Dew Pitch Black Zero Sugar and Mountain Dew Energy Pitch Black for you high octane folk out there. First released in 2004, Pitch Black has been a Dew Nation obsession ever since. I know, because I've had it before in my timeline. I don't know if you guys know this, but it was more of a super, like, hyperly sensitive grape flavor. So I hope that's kind of similar to what it is in, well, the timeline that you guys are watching this in. The cult status combo of dew and dark citrus punch flavor comes together for a legendary drinking experience. And you're one of the first fans to experience the comeback. It's been a long time coming, so be sure to share this momentous occasion on social media with hashtag Mountain Dew Pitch Black and add us at Mountain Dew. Well, Mountain Dew, first off, thanks very much for the free product. In this timeline, and in his timeline, and in the main timeline, and you guys really went all out. You literally sent a care package to every single version of Crash in every single timeline. I'm impressed. That takes a lot of cosmic multiversal shenaniganery. That, you know, I'm just saying, there's not many companies that will go out of their way and do the extra effort. So thank you. But yeah, thank you for the free product. It's very nice. I definitely approve. Now, you sent me this wonderful, amazing free product. It's only fair that we share a little love. Now, there is also an additional card, too. I'm not going to read off this card, but basically, it's more or less just for survey purposes. You know, give them their feedback and stuff. So, but with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. We ain't going to dilly-dally too long. Although this is kind of weird for me. See, normally, there's regular John that will pretty much, like, just taste Mountain Dew. And I thought I was normal John. Turns out I'm a completely different John. A completely different Crash, if you will. So, and I didn't know there were many different Johns and Crashes out there in the multiverse. I just like Mountain Dew. So, meeting that strange fellow was a interesting experience. But look at that bottle. Look how pretty it looks. Look how cosmic it looks. Look how nice it looks. It's very dark. It's very purpley. I love purple. And on top of that, it's got a really cool vibe with just the label art on it, too. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see, like, the little eyes. You can see the space. You can see the cosmos. Pretty good. So with that in mind, we got our glass full of ice. We got our soda. Let's take a nice sippy. And normally, most of these things, we have to take a very small sip. This one, oh no, we get to enjoy. Now, we're going to do this in two separate chunks. Because here's the thing. While they sent us some wonderful goodies, here's the thing. We're going to try Mountain Dew Pitch Black Zero Sugar first. Huh. Maybe a different version of me must have already had this? Who knows? Look, just because I'm from the future doesn't necessarily mean I know every future. I just know I'm from a future. So, with that in mind, we're not going to waste your time. Thank you again, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, Pitch Black, Zero Sugar, in, obviously, our famous Mountain Dew glass. Although, I gotta say, a lot of effort to, you know, make sure that some of our different timelines met. I wonder who coordinated the meeting. or who overbooked, or who did whatever. Personally, I didn't even know that there was a, different version of me just dedicated to Mountain Dew. So, like I say, I may be from the future, but I know that there are vast hundreds of different timelines with Crash and Hadako involved. So, but I haven't met all of them. I've met maybe at most a few 300 of them, 400 of them. So, either way, Mountain Dew Pitch Black, zero sugar. Ooh, wait. That is delicious. Although, I do want to note something. Last I recalled, the original flavor of Mountain Dew Pitch Black was more of like a grape kind of flavor. At least what most people told me. And what I remember tasting was more of kind of like a dark grape. Kind of like I wouldn't say like a sweet grape, but definitely compared to other grape sodas, more of like a darker, almost tart grape flavor. And this doesn't have as much of that grape flavor anymore. It definitely has more of that citrus punchy kind of flavor to it, but it's still good. Mm. Oh yeah, that is a rich flavor, really decadent. It still retains a little bit of that grape flavor, like I remember, because as much as it sucks to say, I miss this flavor very much. And, well, I don't know if you guys know this, but at least in my timeline, soda is kind of scarce around these parts. So a lot of us, unfortunately, just don't have access to a lot of soda. So nice to know that Mountain Dew in all timelines continues to very promptly and predominantly exist. So it does have that citrus punch flavor that they were talking about. It still has a bit more of that dark berry flavor. I taste more of that dark berry and citrus punch than I do grape. But you know what? I'm good with that. It's a good substitute. It's a good swap. Honestly, delicious. So let me finish this off real quick. It still has roughly that same consistency and that same taste as the original flavor. If not, maybe just a little more punched up, which is nice. And you don't taste a lot of that dew. Like, you taste dew, you taste Mountain Dew flavor, but it's not an overwhelming amount. But overall, that is actually really, really good. I'm pleasantly surprised. Mm. That is actually really, really good. Now, believe it or not, as delicious as that is, the other thing too, though, is this thing has a lot more caffeine compared to the other ones. It's got 113 milligrams of caffeine in a bottle. So, notice how I only drank maybe like that much? Yeah. This got a lot more caffeine. So if you're caffeine sensitive, This is going to be the equivalent of about maybe a cup and a half of coffee, if not more. So, flavor's good, and it's super strong. But I'd say it's one of the more stronger Mountain Dew flavors out there. But hey, look, I don't have too much profound knowledge to share with you, other than to all of you who have been watching so far, at least watching Crash and Haru and his friends deal with all of this. Thank you for your patience. And yes, I am aware that since I'm from the future, he recently hit 100 subs. Trust me, we got something cosmic planned for that too. So, but don't go too far, because here's the thing. This special wouldn't have been possible without Mountain Dew. And as such, we still have this guy that we gotta try soon. With that in mind, don't go anywhere. We still got this pretty baby to unpack and taste here on this very special pitch black multiverse cosmic themed episode of the Crash Box. Stay around momentarily. And between you and me, I wonder how that other guy is faring. The other Mountain Dew. You know what I mean. The other variant. We'll see how he's doing here in a little bit. I hope. Well, hello everybody. Still future me. Still here. Welcome back. So, interestingly enough, I looked up kind of the database a little bit of the origin point of some of the different crashes that you guys have seen recently. Some of them, I'm gonna tell you this much. Very interesting characters, to say the least. A little more out there than usual, but I mean, look, the fact that he's literally merged with a whole nexus point and has been roaming the multiverse like this, not relatively unscathed, but at least dealing with everything and still adapting to all this is very interesting. So, but something that always kind of piqued my interest is the fact that more and more nowadays, your particular timeline, that's right, you the viewer, you all have been getting a lot more acquainted with the idea of the multiverse, to say the least. And that's a good thing. You've had shows like, Loki. You've had movies like Everything Everywhere All at Once, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. You've seen it in multiple sci-fi films, TV shows, audio dramas, stuff like that. I'm just saying, there's more out there. And y'all are finally willing to open up. Maybe it's time Earth had a bit more of a reevaluation from the cosmos. I don't know. So, I mean, I can't do much. I'm just another version of Crash in the future. So, but I can at least vouch for y'all. Y'all seem like nice people. So, anyhow. So, we got Mountain Dew Energy Pitch Black. Now, what makes this special? Well, if with Pitch Black coming back, it's nice to know that not only are they bringing it back in its delicious flavors, including the original and zero sugar, as you've previously seen, but the fact that Mountain Dew Energy has been kind of, they're more like replacement for some of their other like energy brand like offshoots as of late. They've definitely been selling a lot more with this. And same with Game Fuel. Especially because while a lot of the other stuff has like, zero sugars and, all these vitamins and stuff, Mountain Dew Energy keeps it real with at least some real fruit juice and only a little bit of sugar, a little bit of carbs, nothing too crazy, and plenty of vitamins as well too. Now, interestingly enough, um, this guy, what's nice about it is, going forward, the amount of caffeine that's in these. All the Mountain Dew Energies typically have at least 180 milligrams of caffeine, if not less. So, but I gotta say, I really like the design of this can. Like this is really cool. I'm not gonna lie. Again, they really went with the space multiverse cosmic theme, and honestly, this isn't my first runabout with Mountain Dew Energy in the past. So, but with that in mind, we are gonna do a special taste test of Mountain Dew Energy. So, and again, thank you, Mountain Dew, for the free product. Mountain Dew was kind enough to send me this free product and this lovely care package right directly in the mail. They really didn't have to, but they did. Plus, I want to whisper a little trade secret. Come here. Come a little closer. Mountain Dew. One content creator to another. One brand to another. I think you guys have been watching my content now. If it wasn't obvious now, and if it wasn't subtle now, it's y'all have been enjoying my content. And I'm glad. I'm just saying. If y'all like it, thank you. So, anyhow, with that in mind, Mountain Dew Energy Pitch Black in a Mountain Dew glass. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. So without further ado, oh, someone pre-opened it for me. Oh, I don't know who could have done that. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to take a very small sip of Mountain Dew Energy Pitch Black. And again, I got to admire the label and the design and the colors. Honestly, I think Mountain Dew's been doing their homework when it comes to multiversal travel. So, with that in mind, let's take a small sip. Get a taste. It's interesting. It's very interesting. It's got pretty good immunity support, helps with a mental boost for you to kind of like keep track of things a little bit easier. It's the equivalent to about 2 cups of coffee. So, which, as y'all know, is a lot of caffeine. So if y'all drinking 2 cups of coffee a day, that's a lot of caffeine. Yeah, 180 milligrams of caffeine, 5% juice, no added sugar, with vitamins, antioxidants, and zinc. Interestingly enough, though, this one has about 5 carbs, 4 grams of sugar, and 170 milligrams of sodium, which is not bad overall. But the caffeine levels, if you need something to wake your ass up, that will do it. So that's actually really, really good. I thought with the energy formula that there would be a bit of a difference between that and like the zero sugar one and the regular. But it's nice to know that the same like pitch black taste and formula still makes a triumphant return, even in energy form. It's not an overwhelming taste. It's not a muted taste. It's just the right amount of that citrus punch. Again, I remember it originally being more of a grape flavor, like a tart grape, but this was actually really good. And again, I was already pretty jazzed with this because zero sugar, so I can actually indulge in it a lot more. This doesn't have as much sugar either, to be honest. So it's got maybe 4 grams of sugar and no added sugars, which is nice. It's 5 carbs. So, and the one thing I did forget to mention in the previous sketch, so a lot of brands add salt to their soda. I don't understand this. I get some of it has to be included because of flavoring and the way things are made. But it's nice to see companies like Mountain Dew make the effort to make things less and less and less involved with salt. And it's nice that they are still retaining same great flavors, less crap. So 170 milligrams, which is 7% in this can, is not bad. And even better, 85 milligrams in the zero sugar. So, but I'm going to take one more small sip of the energy. Yeah. Yeah, no. That's really good. Um that's actually really just really really good. And I'm looking forward to actually sipping on this more um throughout the next like couple weeks, if not more. Because this will be my coffee for the foreseeable like couple weeks while I'm working and editing and doing stuff. So, man, I'll tell you this much though. Between this and the zero sugar, it's nice. It's nice to see innovation in this timeline a bit more with different sodas, different drinks, just different things in general. So, but look, we're almost out of time. I was sent here mostly just to taste test the two things. And look, it's not my fault that the universe decided to double book 2 different crash variants, at the same time. So, although I kind of want to figure out exactly what happened, to say the least. I bet you, if anything, and I have an idea, bear with me on this train of thought. Right? First off, thank you, Mountain Dew, for the free product and for the care package and love. Mountain Dew was kind enough to send us this free product so that we could review it and make some cool content with you. And peek behind the curtain a little bit, beyond the multiverse. But second, I have an idea. I'm thinking if me and the Mountain Dew fan variant managed to contact the original Crash, I bet you will find out exactly what's happening. So, to say the least. That, and I gotta admit still, not gonna lie, the box is still pretty cool. I really do enjoy the box. So, boom. Quite nice. Adding it to the collection. As for me, I don't got much future knowledge to share with all of y'all. Other than just thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for dealing with everything across the multiverse. Although I am going to let you in on a little secret since you made it to almost the very end of this episode. Between you and me, I think, personally, what Crash is doing in this timeline is very different. He's trying to wrangle all the different versions of himself so that they can coexist in sync with each other. And this way, if they do, he's able to freely travel from one version of Crash, aka a vessel, to another version of Crash, aka another vessel, in between, and live out all those different lives. That's what I think he's doing. I don't think he even knows that he's doing it, but think about it for a minute, right? There's Insider Do exclusive Crash. There's Movie Time with Crash. There's the Crash Box Crash, right? Then there's the That's Some Good Eats Crash, right? Then there's Cooking with Crash, right? Have y'all noticed that a lot of these Crashes have different makeups, different personalities, different tones to them? Just different personalities. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Either way, none of this would have been possible without Mountain Dew. So, with that in mind, let me go talk to the big guy. We're going to find out once and for all and see what's up. See you around from the future. Peace. Yeah, that about does it. So, what did I think overall? Rating scale? 0 sugar? Gives a solid 10 out of 10. That's just enjoyable. That's just great. Energy gets about a 9 out of 10. Just because again, just with the amount of salt and carbs and sugars, but like it's still very enjoyable and very like highly flavorful. It's nice to see one of my favorite flavors of all time make a triumphant return from the cosmos. Although, it brings up a good question. I wonder how my other me is faring with these taste tests. I guess you'll have to tune in and find out. So, but that does it for this segment. I'll see you all around. And thanks for watching this special Crashbox Multiversal Pitch Black episode. Hey, what's going on? I'm in the middle of a mission. Yeah, you're gonna need to get back to base as soon as you can. Why? What's going on? There's 2 different versions of you from 2 different timelines arguing about whose Mountain Dew Pitch Black review was the best. And it's getting on my nerves. Okay, fair enough. I'll come home and help resolve this. This should be interesting. Long day. Man, I could go for some tea right about now. Huh. Hey, hon. Yeah? Are you aware that there's two different versions of me standing in my room arguing about Mountain Dew? No. Why should I be concerned? No, I think I got it from here. I'm not used to resolving, conflict like this with the other me's. So, well, have fun, not my freaking problem. Yeah, you're hilarious. Gentlemen, how can I help you? Well, you see, partner, I'll put it to you pretty simply. I am Crash, and I thought I was the original Crash / John. Turns out I'm not, and I'm having a bit of an existential crisis with that. And I just really like Mountain Dew, and I was going to review the new Mountain Dew Pitch Black that we got sent from PepsiCo. And, well, apparently someone in the universe overbooked, and now there is another version of me, you, who's reviewing it with us, which is the three of us at the same time, and now I am just confizzled, and I'm quite, well, how do I put this? Lost as you must be, the current me of, this timeline, or the owner of this timeline. Your Nexus Crash, isn't that correct? Yeah, hi. I am the Crash of this Earth. It's nice to meet you. So, what brings you here? I'm curious, because I've now got a different version of me back there who's completely obsessed with Mountain Dew. Which I thought I was, but I guess there's one that's more powerful. And now you're here from the future, but an alternate future? I guess, is that how this is working? No, it's actually really great to meet you. No, I'm actually still from the future. It's just, I'm from a future where basically every single convergence and every single timeline of us, including him, has finally synced up all at once. And now it is my job to basically go around and make sure all the different timelines are currently doing what they're supposed to do. And as part of that, I was sent from PepsiCo and Mountain Dew to do a taste test of Mountain Dew Pitch Black, and I guess somehow the universe double booked, and now I am stuck in a contingency loop with, well, him, and I guess you now, or I guess you are not a part of this. No, I get that. So I understand that. I know I was supposed to receive a care package from Mountain Dew and PepsiCo to try out Pitch Black, and I was going to try it out actually later today when I got home, but I guess you two wound up already doing it. So what is the issue here then, I guess, is what I'm asking. More than anything, because as far as I'm concerned, there's not really an issue here. Well, I'll tell you what the issue is here, partner. So I'm the Mountain Dew guy, and they sent me the Mountain Dew to taste test. And his review keeps intertwining with my review, and my review keeps intertwining with his, and then their review itself. And now we're just kind of stuck in this perpetual loop. So how do we break the loop is what I'm asking, because quite frankly, by the way, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Nexus Crash. I have no clue what a Nexus is. I have no clue what the multiverse is. I just know that I like Mountain Dew, and I like the outdoors, and I like photography, and, well, quite frankly, I just want to go home and eat a turkey leg, if you don't mind me being upfront and honest with all of this, complete and utter curry. My issue is I was told to complete an assignment, complete a task, and try the new Pitch Black Energy and the new Pitch Black Soda with him. And unfortunately, now his review is intertwining with my review, and my commentary is now intertwining with his commentary. And we both seem to be kind of blending with each other, so to speak. And that's something that, in all my years of dealing with multiple instances of us, in the future, that's something that doesn't happen often, and that creates kind of a paradox, because you can't really have, technically speaking, 2, 3, possibly even 5 different versions of us existing in the same instance at the same time, the exact moment, because, infinity paradoxes, dividing by 0, xeroxing a mirror, however you want to put it, touching the yellow snow, whatever you want to do it. Okay, we'll backtrack on that yellow snow comment here off, another day. And this one tends to, curse a little more than I'm used to. So, well, if you both already technically completed the review, I mean, wouldn't it just be easier to, just have him basically be the new Mountain Dew guy? I mean, it makes it easier because then, A, you don't have to keep constantly completing assignments that are Mountain Dew related, and you can continue, I guess, observing all the different versions of us in peace and continue making sure everything's in sync. So this one here can just take on the role of the new Mountain Dew guy, if you will. I mean, that would work. And then on top of that, I mean, it takes the workload off of me, because with all the filming and editing and stuff that I got to do with Hadako, it'd just be easier to have another me take on more of the workload. I mean, would you be okay with that? I mean, you'd still get all the same benefits as us, since you're me. So, I mean, if you're cool with that. Me being the new Mountain Dew head chief of content for Crash. So does that mean that I would be the once and for all, end all, be all version of Crash that covers everything Mountain Dew related for the most part? I mean, minus a few exceptions with, maybe some, like, help from other versions of me and stuff. I mean, if that's the deal, then that's a pretty good deal to me. If you folks don't mind, and if he doesn't mind, and you don't mind, and I'm sorry, who's the pretty gal that you have downstairs, if you don't mind me asking? She sounds awfully nice. Oh, her? Yeah, that's Hadako. So, her and I have been together for quite a while, in fact. She's one of the few people that actually helped me get educated and understand everything about the multiverse. She's kind of a muse, if you will, so to speak. And she's been kind of guiding me through all my misadventures for a while. And we've also been well, a thing for a while now, too, so to speak. Wait a minute. Your main core timeline has a Hadako? And, like, all your other friends and stuff? That's actually pretty cool. I did not even realize that. No, that's actually really, really cool. See, funny story. My Haru, kinda went, rogue and, decided to go, how do I put this? Full tilt in my timeline. And, she has been, missing for a while. So I'm kind of jealous that you two, have made it work, in this timeline. Well, either way, that lady sure does sound very pretty and pretty nice. I don't have a special somebody. I dedicated my craft to, all things outdoors, nature, kayaking, exploring, and drinking dew. And it's been a very peaceful life, which is why I'm currently wigging out, as the kids would say, over the fact that now there's just two different me's I'm interacting with, and it's kind of putting me into a bit of a panic attack, if you will. So, if you could help kind of clear that up, that would be quite nice. I mean, to be honest, man, I'm still figuring a lot of it out myself, but I think I've gotten the hang of it a bit more thanks to a lot of my friends and a lot of other streamers and a lot of other, like, people around the multiverse. I guess I could see if she's free to help kind of briefly explain it. Let me go ask her real quick. Hey, hon. Yeah. Can you explain how this all works in, like, a short synopsis? Yeah. Basically, for every me, there's a crash. For every crash, there's a me. And for every time that the two of us meet, there's a nexus point. And every time we merge or collide with that nexus point, it creates infinite realities, infinite timelines, and infinite multiverses where the two of us go out on harebrained, wacky hijinks and shenanigans across the multiverse, all while trying to basically find my douche of an ex who's part energy, part bird, capture him, put him in jail, and then having to deal with annoying teenagers because they don't know how to use their NO abilities. Meanwhile, most crashes know how to actually activate and use their NO abilities with the proper training from me, and in return, I learn how to use cosmic and spiritual energy that he teaches me, and vice versa. It's kind of a two-way street of learning and benefiting and gaining knowledge with each other. So, if that makes sense. I mean, that's the best way that you could describe it, but yeah, pretty much, partner. That's what it's like. So, but if you're willing to be just the Mountain Dew guy at this point, that would be great. Although, if we're going to introduce you, we need to come up with like a title for your series and what you do as a character or as a person. Because I don't think most audiences are going to understand the fact that there are infinite versions of me and Haru, and you just happen to be one of them who lives a similar life to what I do. Does that make sense? It makes sense. I mean, if you're cool with it and he's cool with it, I already have an idea in mind for a title. I'm thinking, and bear with me on this one, the Insider Do Exclusive. Basically, I cover all the exclusive different variants of Dew that you can only find at certain retailers and places, and I pretty much talk about just Mountain Dew in general. Would that work possibly? I mean, I love Mountain Dew, and I'd rather, have a passion creating Mountain Dew content if you're good with that. Honestly, buddy, it doesn't really affect my timeline, so at the end of the day, I'm just here traveling the multiverse, making sure all of y'all are, in sync. So, I don't know why we got stuck in a loop, but yeah, sure. I'm cool with that. It makes things easier for me and one less thing to keep track of. So, and I'm pretty sure he's good with it and you're good with it, and I guess all the Harus are good with it. Although I'm surprised you don't have a Haru. So, like you said, every crash has a Haru. Every Haru has a crash. So, which means you never had your Nexus point or your Nexus break yet. Huh. I wonder why that is. That's kind of odd. Wouldn't you think, man? I mean, I would think you would have to have it at some point. Honestly, man, I'm cool with it. If you're cool with it, my Haru's cool with it. I'm sorry to hear that your Haru has gone full tilt and caused, I guess, destruction and chaos in the wake of your future. And if you're cool with it, man, then this works out beautifully. So, as for me, well, look, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think at the end of the day, let me get nice and cozy. There we go. I think at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter which one of us, gets the job done. It's just more like we're all working together, right? To make all of this work. I'm learning how to explore in the multiverse and interact with different versions of me. Future me from another timeline is trying to keep everything, in sync and together so that it all works in harmony. And Mr. Mountain Dew Jughead over here is just trying to live his best life and drink dew and just relax. So, honestly, guys, the less I gotta worry about, the better, and the more I can peacefully resolve this stuff, the better. I mean, I guess that makes sense, man. I mean, if you're cool with it, then yeah. Although, I do have a question I want to ask you real quick, if you really don't mind. How do you do it? How do you manage everything so calm, cool, and collectively? I mean, I know you're a version of me from a different timeline in the past, but how do you do it? I never, achieved calm, serenity, peace with all of this. I always just kind of saw it as, well, just a hectic job more than anything. How is it that you enjoy all this, I guess? Put simply, the way I made peace with it, man, this timeline and every version of Earth ever, from what I've seen, just sucks. And gonna be honest, I didn't think a lot of people, well, I didn't think a lot of people actually even cared if we existed or not. So I just kind of did what I can to try and exist day by day. and just enjoy the moments that I do get to create. I get to enjoy the moments that I do get to indulge in. Even if it's something simple like just drinking Mountain Dew or, talking to friends, going to different worlds. Um, I find all of it fascinating. And part of that gives me a adventurous purpose, so to speak. So there's a part of me that misses, my original timeline uh, that I was in with all my friends, but they're happier. They're moved on. They moved on with their lives. They're doing great things, and they're thriving, and so am I. And to see that world and my world thrive, even in just small amounts, that gives me peace. So it shows that I'm on track. I'm on pace. I know what I'm doing is right. As for me, well, I always grew up in a simple life. I grew up, with a simple mom, dad, and cousins, and more cousins, and a lot more cousins. Lot more than I'd like to, anticipate here in the Midwest. But regardless, um, I always just found peace in the quieter moments, and everything I did, from going fishing to going by the lake and kind of just doing my photography, uh, enjoying the rain or just being outdoors. You know, I didn't have much time for TV, so the only culture that I got was from listening to music or going to see a movie or something on occasion. And honestly, Mountain Dew's been a big influence in, well, my life, your life clearly, and even his life. So maybe the universe, or whatever you're calling it, the multiverse, is having us meet and coexist for a reason. So, and maybe us just talking and hashing things out is bridging the gap between worlds, between dimensions, between other us's, and maybe not everything has to be resolved with violence and fighting and hoo-haing and weapons and explosions. Maybe it could just be resolved peacefully. You know what? He's right. Maybe I have been overthinking some of this. Maybe I have. I don't need to prove to the world that what I do, matters or doesn't matter. I don't need to prove to this or any universe that the stuff that I make or we make or any of us make isn't engaging or fun enough or, excellent enough or, sponsored enough. Maybe I'm just on pace. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And if I just keep doing what I'm doing, well, essentially someone's got to like it or watch it. Or at least someone's going to notice. Huh. How profound. Well, in any case, let me just. There we go. In any case, um, yeah, I guess that resolves that conflict with the two of them. And you know something? Well, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what race you are, what color you are, what ethnicity you are, what sex you are, what form you take. It doesn't matter if you're physical, non physical, metaphysical, spiritual, or anything between. I think it's safe to say that in order to deal with darkness, there has to be light. In order to deal with an overwhelming amount of light, there has to be darkness. There has to be a yin to a yang to everything. And sometimes, you know what? For as much as we are scared of the dark and how much we are afraid of how far we can cosmically drift together or apart, it's always interesting that no matter what you do, things at some point or another will go completely dark, but you'll find a way to make it through in the end. I think you will. And all of us will. All of us will in the new year. All of us will in 2023. All of us will when we battle our inner demons, when we destroy our objectives, when we accomplish goals, when we band together, when we resolve things peacefully. Or if you're just like me and all you want to do is just roam and travel the multiverse with someone you love, well, that's just as good too. So, anyhow, with that in mind, thanks once again to Mountain Dew for sending us a special box and a special taste test 2 to 3 weeks early of the release of Mountain Dew Pitch Black. Find it in stores starting January 16th at your local grocery store, gas station, convenience store, or pretty much wherever you buy Mountain Dew. And as for me, well, I hate to cut things off, but it looks like me and me and me and I guess maybe a few more me's are going to be busy creating things and showing off our exploits across the multiverse for all y'all to see. I just hope y'all enjoy the ride. And by the way, thanks for 100 subscribers. I know this doesn't suffice as a big special, but I mean, I thought it was cool. I mean, it's not like The Sopranos or like those various other shows where I'm gonna just completely cut to. I I um I don't understand the joke. Oh, okay. Well, basically in The Sopranos, they would be infamous for just cutting to black randomly at the end of an episode or finale, mid sentence, and it would be kind of annoying. And the double joke is because the episode was about pitch black, we had cut to pitch black. Okay, got it. That makes sense. Yeah. So that's the whole punchline slash bit for that. Ah. Well, hello everybody. So, um, interestingly enough, I looked up kind of the database a little bit of the origin point of some of the different crashes that you guys have seen recently. Some of them, I'm gonna tell you this much. Very interesting characters, to say the least. A little more out there than usual, but I mean, look, the fact that he's literally merged with a whole nexus point and has been roaming the multiverse like this, not relatively unscathed, but at least dealing with everything and still adapting to all this is very interesting. So, but something that always kind of piqued my interest is the fact that more and more nowadays, your particular timeline, that's right, you the viewer, you all have been getting a lot more acquainted with the idea of the multiverse, to say the least. And that's a good thing. You've had shows like, Loki, you've had movies like Everything Everywhere All at Once, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. You've seen it in multiple sci-fi films, TV shows, audio dramas, stuff like that. I'm just saying, there's more out there. And y'all are finally willing to open up. Maybe it's time Earth had a bit more of a reevaluation from the cosmos. I don't know. So, I mean, I can't do much. I'm just another version of Crash in the future. So, but I can at least vouch for y'all. Y'all seem like nice people. So, hey everybody, I'm back. And well, this has been an interesting experience to say the least for me. But I think I definitely learned a bit more about myself and everything about the whole universe type thing and the multiverse. So, but then again, what do I know? I'm just a simple Do fan. So, it's not like I've been an avid fan of Do for many years or anything. It's not like I've seen pretty strange things from Do or anything in the past. I mean, I know I'm breaking character for a minute, but just saying, it's behind me. I still have to frame it up. But you're talking to the same company that invented Monkey Puppy Baby and a few other things. So, anyhow, but back in character.